Hi, I just finished reading Somerset Maugham of Human Bondage. Um, I'm reading quite a bit of classics recently, Dostoevsky and few others. I would I thought that I would share some thoughts about my experience about how do I spot a classic. Um, Now, let me explain in the beginning. I have no formal training about English literature or comparative literature, and particularly I don't know the language that well anyway. So that gives an added handicap to me. But I'll still explain how do I spot classic when I feel one that I got one. To me, there are two traits of a classic. One is that it must captivate you. Okay, it must draw you into it. And the second one is that it must give you an intellectual high. So let me explain how that translates into my experience of just recently finishing this book of human bondage. So as I said, I don't know the language that well and the background, so I'm a slow reader. So I read about like 20 pages an hour. So this is a 700-page book, and it took me about 20 days to finish first 400 pages. But then when I got to 400 pages on a Saturday night, I just couldn't stop anymore. Okay, so the next 300 pages I finished off in 2 days. Okay, so I just couldn't stop. So I just hated even to go to the bathroom. It's that captivating. And when I finished, so Monday morning, I had to work, but I still couldn't stop, and I had about 50 more pages to go. So I still so the morning I started again, and it went on until post lunch. I still couldn't start my work, and when I finished it, I got that high, and it's a very warm and pleasurable feeling that stays with you. Life feels so good and so happy, right? And particularly so because this is a hard book. This is about people and their suffering, and the name suggests it's of human bondage, so it's about suffering and hardship. But he creates beauty in such a fashion that when he finishes, you get that joy, that life feels so amazingly beautiful. So the another time I got similar feeling is when I was reading Khusbant Singh's Train to Pakistan. This is the only time I finished English fiction in one sitting. So I was in Calcutta. That was, I think it's 2008 or 2009, and I started reading that at morning at 10 o'clock, and I just couldn't stop. As I said, I was almost heading to go to the bathroom. So whole day I read until 11 o'clock at night, and I finished. And when I read the last line, that last line, that amazing last line, that the train went on and went to Pakistan, and it just gives you a high that is indescribable, and it stays on with you for several days. That joy, that warmth, that happiness. So yeah, that's in my opinion, those are the true main traits of a eternal classic. One is, as I said, it captivates you, and the second one is it gives you a high. I hope you like this, and you will agree with me. Thank you. Bye.